see all of the female dominated professions that will no longer be considered professional.
See, I have been talking about this for a few years now. And every time when I'm not saying that don't nobody listen to me, but um it's really in our faces, people. We just have to have the eyes to see. Um right now, they like I've been saying, they are basically taking away our jobs. And how they are going to take away our jobs is that, number one, the school system is about to collapse. So it's going to be to a point where, though, your child really don't even have to go to school anymore. It's going to get to the point where, as though, your child will only go to school to learn how to work. That's it. It ain't going to be no such thing as history, chemistry, physical education. When your child go to school every day, they're going to be taught how to work and how to build. It's not going to be all the what we have been learning. And a lot of these adults that is now going to school to be a professional, they are going to demolish them. And now you went to school for all these many years and you have created all of this debt. You basically realizing now that you went to school for nothing. And I've been saying for years that schools is nothing but a scam anyway. But what they are trying to do is that they want everybody in America to rely on the government, whether you are working for the government or whereas though you are on the system like a welfare of the government. So once they do that, if they can get every citizen in America to basically rely on the government for jobs, to rely on the government for assistance, that means that we are going to have to abide by what they want. So the fact that they are demolishing these jobs and making it professional, that means anybody can be a nurse. If I never even went to school, I can take care of anybody. Anybody can take care of anybody. So they are going to disable a lot of jobs because they have to take our jobs away. And if they take all of our jobs away, then that means, well, where's we going to get our money from? So eventually we're going to have to turn to the government, right? And what's going to happen next, because this is not a part of 2025 agenda. Everything that is going on right now is not a part of the 2025 agenda. Everything that is going on right now is part of the 2030 agenda. There's no such thing as the 2025 agenda. Everything that is going on right now is the 2030 agenda. This is why they are setting it up now. This is why they are now trying to enforce it, because we only got 5 more years left until we get into year 2030. So 2025 agenda don't exist. That was a made up rumor that was spread. Everything that we are looking at and we are working up to has everything to do with the 2030 agenda. This is why they had the 2030 summit back in 2023 or late 2020, early 2024 or late 2023. They had the 2030 summit. The next thing that they are going to do, once they have basically declassified all of these jobs and all of these nurses and doctors or whatever, is basically lost their certificate or whatever, then they are going to demolish the money because they have to take away our money. And once they take away the dollar bill, that is what's going to cause America to really crash. They're going to shut down all the banks. None of the ATM machines is going to work. They're going to tell people that they put a stop on making money. Because they make money every single day. They create and make money. They are going to tell the United States citizens on a certain day they are going to stop printing out money. And then they are going to shut down all the banks. They are going to shut down all the ATM machines. And once that happens, that's when you know that the mark is now about to take in full force. Because everybody in America relies on money. whether it's cash, whether it's debit card, whether it's Apple Pay, whether it's Google Pay. Everybody relies and need money. So when they demolish the money, that's when you know that they are now about to enforce the mark. Because what they trying to do is they want at least 60%, 60, they don't need 100%. If they can get 60% of the world population to be in agreement with the digital ID, that's all they need. They don't need the whole entire country to be in agreement with this digital ID. All they need is 60% to agree with it and take it. And if they can do that, the other 40% they can easily get rid of, because this is a part of the depopulation of America. So once they demolish the money, now the power is going to be controlling in their hands, because they have basically taken away the majority of the jobs. And there's going to be a lot of women with children. It's going to be a lot of women that's going to take this market, because they are single mothers. They don't know where to turn to. And some of these mothers actually relies on the government. So when they take away the dollar bill, not only is it going to cause a great collapse in the United States, but a lot of people is going to die. A lot of people. They are either going to die of starvation, or they are going to basically be killing themselves. They are going to be looting. They are going to be rioting. They're going to be breaking in stores. They're going to be breaking in banks. And what y'all don't know is that before all of these banks shut down, they are going to clean these banks out. Because they know that once the dollar bill collapses, the first thing that you are going to do is break into the banks. So I wouldn't be surprised now that they are basically cleaning out the banks right now as we speak. I wouldn't be surprised. And they know that you're going to be breaking into ATM machines. So they are fully aware. And they are also aware that when the dollar bill crashes, when the dollar bill collapses, it's going to be a lot of people that is going to try to leave the country of America. And the only reason why I believe that they are building these walls, because I seen a video about it, and they are building up all these borders, is not because they are trying to protect us. They know that we are going to try to escape, because we are going to be now the people of America that is basically going overseas and over the water to get to other countries. You know how they always say that it's people in another country that is traveling over here to come to the great America. Next thing you know, we are going to be the one going overseas to go to other countries. So they are building up walls because they know that we are going to try to escape America, and they don't want us to escape. Because once they shut down the banks and once they stop printing money, they know that we are going to kill ourselves and we are going to try to escape. So basically, we are going to be in the Hunger Games at this point. Because if they build all these walls up and they close up all the borders, that means that we are stuck here as Americans. So if you got sleeper cells here, and you have clones and you have NPCs that are basically committing crime, because that is what they are programmed to do. Now that United States have collapsed, we are going to be basically killing each other. And it's basically like the Hunger Games. Because number one, we're going to be hungry. We're going to be broke. We're going to be starving. A lot of us is not going to have anywhere to live. And we are going to have to fend for ourselves. I totally believe this is why they put America in different districts. Because right now, if you live in more of the southern district, they know where you will go if we was to ever have the Hunger Games actually happens. And we are really about to see hell for what it is. And when we go through this Hunger Game episode, it's going to be hundreds of thousands of people that's going to die. They're going to die of starvation. They're going to be killing each other. They're going to be dying of diseases. They're going to be dying of lack of medical care. It's going to be really, really bad. And by the time that America finally realizes what has happened, I believe this is when we are going to go through the Great Reset. And the Great Reset is not going to be a part of the Hunger Games. The Great Reset is going to happen, I believe, afterwards. But I believe all of this is going to happen before 2030.